Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and here's a fun headline from Forbes. Ethereum, Ripple's XRP, and Chainlink are all beating Bitcoin. These minor cryptocurrencies are too. And it was just a little bit earlier this year when, oh my god, Bitcoin's just destroying everything. I tell you what, the Bitcoin maximalist trolls out there were gleeful. You could just hear them. They're just out there just like, that's what they all sound like. They're just super duper exciting. They're just like, Bitcoin, and then just waddle away. Yeah, they're like, holy hell, the XRP price not doing so hot. And then I was pointing out all along the way that it's true based on the time frames that they set so that they could push their narrative. And I said, just wait. XRP is not going to just sit idle forever. And sure enough, now it's rallied, and it is substantially outperforming Bitcoin. And that's why I always made the point, too, like, even before this, if you considered, even before the most recent price rally, just pick your time frame. You can paint whatever picture you want. So that's why I made the point that if you look over the last 4 years, XRP is substantially outperforming Bitcoin, even if it wasn't this year up until that point. But now even this year it is. And so it was fun seeing this, especially from Forbes, which historically hasn't been necessarily that friendly to Ripple and XRP. So there's that. And I also want to engage in a fun little critical thinking exercise, because the author of this, Billy Bambra, I'm going to be clear, nothing against the guy personally at all. I just have a disagreement with him. But a few weeks ago, I debated him on Twitter publicly. And why? It's for a reason that's in the title here. He wrote Ripple's XRP. And unless you're referencing that XRP which Ripple holds, it is not Ripple's XRP, it's just XRP. There's a reason that crypto, like for instance, CoinMarketCap.com and LiveCoinWatch, there's a reason that if you look at their ranking in terms of market cap, it just says XRP. It doesn't say Ripple, because Ripple doesn't own the XRP ledger or XRP itself. They hold the cryptocurrency, but so do I, and if you're listening to this, you probably do too. And so I ended up debating him, made my case as to why you should not call it Ripple's XRP, presented evidence, and then as soon as I presented the evidence, he stopped responding to me. Go figure. So I just thought, just for a fun critical thinking exercise, and for those of you, there's always new people coming to the space, and it's just an interesting back and forth anyway, so I thought I'd just share it. Just for the fun of it. Before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap the like button, I'd appreciate the support. And if you know that it's XRP and not Ripple's XRP, unless you're referencing that XRP which Ripple holds, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel, because I think you're one smart cookie and we should hang out more. All right, so into this one now. Shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf, my friend. Thank you very much for continuing to send me awesome stories. I very much do appreciate it. But yeah, XRP Crypto Wolf is the one who sent this my way. All right, Bitcoin has had an incredible 2020, more than doubling in price since the beginning of the year, with some predicting it will continue to climb. The Bitcoin price has recently soared to its 2017 all-time high, but has failed to break through the psychological $20,000 per Bitcoin barrier. Now, after Bitcoin's rally has helped catapult cryptocurrencies back into the headlines, investors are eyeing the sky-high returns of smaller so-called altcoins, including Ethereum, Ripple's XRP, and Chainlink. Oh, I'll tell you what, Ripple's XRP, saying it like that really grinds my gears. It really grinds my gears up bad, man. Bitcoin has found support this year from investors looking to hedge against the inflation they see on the horizon, solidifying Bitcoin's reputation as digital gold. The Bitcoin price has added 150% over the last 12 months, but has been left in the dust by the price increases some other cryptocurrencies have seen, many of which have soared amid a flurry of interest in decentralized finance, using crypto technology to recreate traditional financial instruments such as loans and insurance. Ethereum, the world's second largest cryptocurrency by value on which many DeFi projects are built, has added 300% over the last 12 months. And then parentheses writes here, some think it's still got a long way to run. And then XRP, the third largest cryptocurrency, has jumped 165%, with most of its gains coming in just the last month. And so as far as XRP, and this is something that, unless you're going to spend a little bit of time really doing your research, which you certainly should, because look, I don't have a financial background of any kind, not offering financial advice, do not buy or sell anything because anything I say are right, but I will tell you, when I jumped into the world of crypto a few years ago, I certainly researched as much as I could, and I had such genuine interest. I was doing it, spending a lot of time actually on a daily basis, and it became apparent to me that XRP historically, even to that point, and it's proved true, even over the last 3 years, XRP would trade sideways longer than other top 10 cryptocurrencies. And so people think, oh my gosh, it's not coupled to Bitcoin. What's going on here? Is it just going to go down? Is it going to zero? Is the sky falling? And the answer, certainly up until this point, has been no. It's the least correlated to Bitcoin out of the top 10, but it's still correlated. And so you just see these instances where it trades sideways, but then when it bursts, it really goes. And you see that again and again and again and again. And we just saw it within the last few weeks here when XRP ran up from the high 20-cent region to 80 cents. And then it's retraced a little bit since then as I record this. But, this is to be expected in my humble opinion. Just spend some time looking into this. And so that's why with all the naysayers, oh my God, XRP's not performing. What a waste of money. This and that. I'm like, so what, you want me to chase after Bitcoin after it popped? No, thank you, sir or madam. I will continue doing what I'm doing, all right? But let's get into the little critical thinking aspect of this all. And again, nothing at all personal against Billy Bambro. I just think that I know that he's wrong, and I have evidence to prove that he's wrong. I presented the evidence after he requested it, and then he went silent and then just kept doing what he wanted to do. So here we go. So after seeing a previous article from Forbes, and this one was titled, Ripple's XRP has more than doubled in price this week, far outpacing, and I can't see the rest of the title, it doesn't matter here. So I went ahead and tagged Billy on Twitter after seeing this because it's not Ripple's XRP. So I just wanted to help. I was like, just so you know, just for future pieces, it's not Ripple's XRP, it's XRP. And so what I wrote was, at Billy Bambro, unless you're referencing that XRP which Ripple holds and you weren't in this piece, it's not Ripple's XRP. And so he responded to me and wrote, who made it? It's Ripple's XRP, just like it's Apple's iPhone and Google's Android. Why is that controversial? And so I wrote the following. And this is on November 24th this year, so not that long ago. And I wrote, the creators of XRP I tagged them all here, but it's David Schwartz, Arthur Brito, and Jed McCaleb. They created it before Ripple existed. This is a fact. Off the top of my head, development started June 2012, and then in parentheses I wrote, maybe sooner, and you can fact check me, of course. And then he wrote, okay, I will. And he linked this piece. I'm not going to run through it because I don't want the article, or the video rather, to go too long, but it was a hit piece against Ripple and against XRP. Full of fallacies, and wasn't really. It doesn't actually make a strong case. If you want to go check it out, you can find it. Just go to my Twitter. You can find this here. But he wrote, "Okay, I will," and he didn't fact check me though. He put down a hit piece, and then I ended up following up with actual facts, but which you'll see in a second here. And so I just wrote, oh yeah, I remember that hit piece. Doesn't change reality, thankfully. Note that I said you can fact check me, but sharing an ideologically driven hit piece is not what I was talking about. What I stated in my last tweet is provably true. Why do you refute reality? And so then Billy Bambro responded with the following. He wrote, can you show me some documents or any evidence to prove your assertion? Perfectly fair question. And by the way, and I say this too, and I really do mean it, like, I value diversity of thought, and I know that there's no way I can be, like, I'm not a know-it-all. I'm sure there are things I believe in life to be true that if somebody just presented additional evidence, I'd be like, oh yeah, I was wrong. And that'd be fine. And so I wish that more humans would just take that approach where it's like, okay, it's okay to be wrong, because I know he's wrong here. I could not be more certain of it, and then it's just like, ultimately, we kind of spun our wheels here, didn't really get anywhere. But the way I look at it with stuff like this is it's not necessarily like anytime I'll debate somebody anywhere, online, if it's Twitter, whatever, it's more so for the people that are watching. I never, like, it's always nice if you can change somebody's mind who you're debating, but I don't go in with that goal. Because most people, I just find, 37 years old, humans don't behave like this. They don't like to admit that they're wrong. especially not in a public setting like this. But it's mostly for the people that are just reading through so that they can know what's true. So I still think there's value in stuff like this, even if Billy, when presented with evidence, is going to just stop communicating with me. That's, I get it. That's what humans do. And so I responded, and I wrote, here is the proof you wanted. And there was this. I should actually maybe just open this up too. It was a thread from David Schwartz, again, one of the creators of the XRP ledger. And he wrote, there have been some questions floating around about the origins of the XRP ledger and when XRP was created. Let me help clear those up. And this was as of December 12th, 2019, so almost a year ago. He writes, I worked with Arthur Brito and Jed McCaleb starting in late 2011. We co-created the XRP ledger. Here is my first code commit from November 2011. And then he linked to it right there. Now, mind you, Ripple did not exist at this point. They wouldn't exist until later in 2012. But anyway, he continues. Here's Arthur's code that created the 100 billion XRP, which was then called XNS. Yes, that's true. XRP was not always XRP. It was XNS initially. And that was created on June 2nd, 2012, the birth date of XRP. Yes, this shows a code push, but was obviously used. GitHub history that shows how many times we contributed and executed every day. So that's the birthday, June 2nd, 2012. That's the day that XRP was created. Ripple did not exist, and I'm going to prove that too in just a moment here. I don't need to keep going through it. That's actually the thread goes longer, but I think you kind of got the gist of it. Let me go. Sorry, I'm just worried about the video going too long. And so I shared that, and then Billy Bambro kind of shifted the argument, and he wrote, not sure this is the knockout punch you seem to think it is. And then he shared this little screen grab from somebody named Michael Del Castillo, who wrote, thanks, David. Why is there a big discrepancy between the time the code was pushed and XRP community estimates when tokens were created? Sukrum used average block time back then of 30 seconds and counted back to 32,570 on January 1st, estimating the XRP birthday 6 months after the code. And so, no, it was created in June. And so when you're talking about going back to those blocks, it always comes back to this whole thing of, look, XRP wasn't being traded on exchanges. And so you could call it like it was in beta. It was before launched, if you want to use that word. But it's undeniably true, as evidenced by what David Schwartz shared right there. And it's provably true. It was created in June of 2012. And so he shared something here, and he knows, because I already just presented evidence. Billy knows this at this point. I presented evidence, provably true, June 2012. That's when it was created. And then, so then I responded, it's striking me that you're more interested in defending your position than acknowledging truth. What in David's thread about the creation of XRP specifically do you dispute? And then he responded, I don't really. But I do think that David et al., who also created Ripple at around the same time, created and control XRP, making it Ripple's XRP. So now what he said there is that he's not disputing. So after putting out this little screen grab here, which was trying to shift what we were talking about to some degree, and then I just brought back up again, what do you dispute about David sharing evidence of XRP being created in June of 2012? What do you dispute? And then he says, I don't really dispute that. It's on your screen right there. I don't really. But then again, he says right here, but at the same time, David, right there, they created and control it, making it Ripple's XRP, except for that's not true either. And so here's what I responded. Here is actual proof that XRP was created months before Ripple existed. What part of this do you not believe is true? And a shout out to All the Way 08 for sharing this. He jumped into the conversation here. And here you can see he found this screen grab. Articles of Incorporation of Newcoin Inc. That was the original name of Ripple, which then became OpenCoin and then Ripple Labs and now just Ripple. And here you go. Articles of Incorporation, September 19th, 2012, months after XRP was created. Right there. It's on the screen. This is the evidence. Case closed. That's it. And so once I dropped that down, he stopped responding. What do you know? Hardcore, irrefutable evidence that it's not Ripple's XRP, and you ghosted. So, yeah. And then you can see here, where did I want to jump in? Here's a separate thread. Well, I mean, it's part of the same thing. It just splinters off here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so back to this comment, which I already read. Billy Bambro wrote that I don't really, as far as he doesn't dispute what David Schwartz shared. He wrote, but I do think David et al., who also created Ripple at around the same time, created and control XRP, making it Ripple's XRP. Somebody named Brendan jumped in and wrote, Ripple control 10 out of the 150 validators of the network. Actually, last I read it might be only 6. They have less than 5% of the voting weight to make amendments to the ledger, making it a community-based ledger decentrally controlled. And so I wrote, and by the way, there's 35 actual validators. You can go to XRP scan and look that up. The number's 35. And then Ripple controls something like 16% of them, so they don't have any special powers over ledger. So I wrote, precisely, even if Ripple had created XRP, and they didn't, the decentralized ledger and the XRP attached to it is not theirs. And that's also unquestionably true. And so after that, again, he had just ghosted. So he decided evidence didn't matter, and he wants to keep calling it Ripple's XRP, even though it isn't. Ripple did not create it, and they don't have any power over the ledger. If Ripple were suddenly gone tomorrow, XRP is still just XRP. So there you go. Really grinds my gears. I'm just kidding. It doesn't actually grind my gears. I just thought it's fun to run through, and it's an opportunity to just learn a bit of the history, and this is what Twitter's like on a daily basis here, man. So again, nothing at all against Billy, but I just don't like it when people behave like that. It's just disingenuous, Like, I'm highlighting it here. It's clearly disingenuous. All the evidence necessary to sway anyone's opinion that did believe Ripple created it, it's all right here. And then you're just saying, nope, don't care, not going to do it. All right, and that's mainstream media. All right, thanks for stopping by, though. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.